Eyes drift over the surface, but there's a depth most never notice. People think they see you, the way you move, the words you speak, the life you display. Yet beneath that something far more powerful stirs. Some call it presence, others call it energy, but those who truly recognize it see beyond the ordinary. They sense intention, alignment, and a quiet strength that does not demand attention. You are about to discover why chosen ones are never truly measured by their success, appearance, or accomplishments. In this video, we will explore the unseen dimension, the subtle signals that ripple from your inner mastery into the world. You will learn how the way you carry yourself, the stillness you maintain, and the consistency of your inner discipline create a silent influence that others cannot ignore. Few understand that true perception does not come from observation alone. Shaolin masters have long taught that energy speaks louder than words, and alignment resonates deeper than actions. Those who feel it often do not even know why they are drawn to someone, yet they cannot look away. You will uncover hidden principles that explain this magnetic perception, lessons that are rarely spoken and almost never practiced in modern life. By the end of this journey, you will see yourself differently. You will understand the quiet power behind intentional living, emotional control, and unwavering focus. You will learn to cultivate a presence that commands attention without a single word. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, where ancient wisdom meets the path of inner mastery. Subscribe now and step closer to the understanding that transforms how the world sees you and how you see yourself. Stillness speaks in ways words never can. When you enter a room, the energy you carry moves first, long before your voice reaches anyone's ears. Shaolin masters often remind disciples that presence is a form of language, a language older than speech, older than thought, yet understood by all who are open to it. Observe the people who draw attention without trying. Their power is not in the loudness of their opinion, but in the quiet assurance that flows from their posture, their breath, the way they hold their gaze. Others sense it immediately. They feel the steadiness in your movements, the calm in your reactions, the rhythm in your silence. Presence is a reflection of inner mastery. It cannot be faked or borrowed. Mindfulness teaches that every moment of awareness deepens this invisible force. When your mind is grounded, your energy aligns and your body follows. You move without tension, respond without haste, and breathe with intention. Even the subtlest gestures, how your hands rest, the ease in your shoulders, the patience in your listening, become a silent declaration of authority. True mastery radiates beyond expression. A person can speak eloquently and impress, yet their influence may vanish when their presence falters. Conversely, someone who embodies calm, discipline, and attentiveness can shift the atmosphere without a single word. Shaolin wisdom reminds us that mastery is not performance. It is the natural state that emerges when discipline, awareness, and integrity converge. The world may be busy chasing noise, but those who understand presence know its quiet weight. It is the invisible thread connecting your inner reality with how others perceive you, revealing strength, balance, and depth far greater than any spoken declaration. To cultivate it is to command without commanding, to lead without pushing, and to be seen without demanding attention. Integrity whispers where words cannot reach. Every choice, every gesture carries the weight of intention. In ancient Shaolin teachings, disciples were guided to observe themselves before seeking to influence the world, because others feel the alignment, or lack of it, long before it is spoken. When action flows directly from truth, it radiates a quiet authority. It is not the authority of force or command, but of reliability, consistency, and clarity. People instinctively recognize it. They trust it without questioning why. Even small acts, how a hand is offered in help, how a promise is honored, how patience is exercised under pressure, become signals of an inner coherence that cannot be faked. Misalignment, by contrast, resonates like a subtle dissonance in the air. When intentions and actions diverge, even slightly, the tension is felt. A promise left unkept, a word not matched by deed, or a gesture made without sincerity creates an undercurrent that unsettles others. It is an invisible signal, yet profoundly perceivable. The body, the eyes, the energy all betray it. Ancient masters observed this in both themselves and their students, knowing that mastery begins in alignment, first within, then outward. Discipline cultivates this harmony. Mindful reflection on motives, consistent practice of virtuous action, and the courage to act in accordance with one's principles are the foundations. Over time, alignment becomes effortless. It flows naturally, like water following the path of least resistance, carrying with it a presence that is trustworthy, magnetic, and calm. Those who achieve this do not need to announce their intentions. The world already senses them. Alignment is the silent signature of mastery, a bridge connecting inner truth to outer reality, shaping how others perceive not just what you do, but who you are at the deepest level. Emotions are not simply reactions, they are currents that flow through every interaction, touching those around us in ways often unseen. Chosen ones understand this. Their emotional energy is measured, deliberate, and tempered by awareness. It moves quietly, yet with unmistakable presence, shaping the atmosphere without force or pretense. Ancient Shaolin masters trained not only the body but the mind, teaching that mastery over emotions is mastery over the self. Impulsive reactions were seen as a reflection of internal chaos, while calm, measured responses revealed discipline, clarity, and depth. When a chosen one experiences anger, joy, or sorrow, it does not erupt uncontrollably. Instead, it is filtered through reflection and intention, like water passing through a clear stream, each ripple deliberate and purposeful. Those around them sense this immediately. Some are drawn to the serenity, feeling inspired by the strength that is steady and silent. Others may feel unsettled, as if confronting a mirror, reflecting their own inner turbulence. The emotional resonance of a chosen one acts as an invisible guide, revealing who is aligned and who is not, who seeks truth and who clings to illusion. This controlled energy does not suppress feelings, it honors them without surrendering to them. Every thought and gesture becomes a reflection of inner balance. Discipline and mindfulness cultivate this flow, turning ordinary interactions into subtle teachings, moments where presence and emotion merge seamlessly. In this way, chosen ones communicate beyond words. Their emotional energy carries lessons of restraint, integrity, and self-mastery. It teaches that power is not loud or forceful, but steady, reflective, and transformative. To witness it is to sense the depth of someone who has aligned mind, heart, and spirit, radiating a quiet authority that touches every space they enter. Silence is more than the absence of sound. It is a presence in itself. Those who have cultivated inner mastery understand that silence carries weight, clarity, and subtle power. In Shaolin philosophy, silence is a reflection of the mind's discipline and the heart's steadiness. It is in the quiet that true strength is revealed, where thought, desire, and action converge without conflict. A chosen one moves through the world with a calm that does not need explanation. They can sit without fidgeting, listen without interruption, and observe without judgment. This kind of silence is not emptiness, it is a mirror of inner alignment. People feel it immediately. Some are drawn to it, sensing the steadiness that they themselves lack. Others are unsettled, confronted by the depth they cannot comprehend. Silence teaches lessons that words often fail to convey. It is in stillness that clarity arises, where impulses are observed rather than acted upon, and where discipline becomes visible without spectacle. The Shaolin masters practiced this daily, sitting in meditation, enduring discomfort, and witnessing their own thoughts without attachment. Through this practice, silence becomes a bridge between the inner world and the outer, allowing a person to influence without speaking, to guide without commanding, and to exist without needing validation. The depth of silence is also a measure of control over desire. When the mind is quiet, cravings, fears, and distractions lose their grip. This mastery is visible in posture, breath, and the calm energy that surrounds a person. Others may not understand the practice itself, but they sense the result. A presence forged in silence is magnetic, steady, and unshakable, carrying a weight that words cannot match. It speaks in volumes that only the attentive can hear, and it reveals the power of a mind that has learned to rest without seeking. Purpose is the silent compass that guides every step, thought, and breath. Those who walk a path aligned with their truth carry a focus so unwavering that it becomes visible to all who encounter them. It is not announced with words or gestures, but flows naturally through posture, gaze, and the decisions they make, revealing a life lived with intention rather than distraction. In Shaolin tradition, clarity of purpose was cultivated through years of disciplined practice, repetitive movements, meditative stillness, and reflection upon every action. Each small act reinforced a larger direction, teaching that mastery begins not in grand gestures, but in consistent alignment with one's inner vision. A disciple who understands their path does not falter when faced with temptation or uncertainty. Their choices echo a deep knowing, a quiet commitment that resonates in ways subtle yet undeniable. Others sense this clarity almost instinctively. They may not know the source, but they feel the magnetic pull towards someone who walks steadily, anchored in focus. It is in the calm gaze that does not wander, in the movements that are deliberate rather than hurried, and in the confidence that does not seek attention but cannot be ignored. Purpose acts like gravity, drawing respect, trust, and curiosity without effort. This magnetic clarity also reflects inner mastery. When desires, fears, and distractions are balanced, the mind becomes a lens through which the path ahead is seen without distortion. Discipline sharpens it, mindfulness maintains it, and integrity reinforces it. Those aligned with their purpose do not merely exist. They radiate a presence that transforms how others perceive them, quietly teaching the lesson that direction, even in silence, speaks louder than confusion or noise. Purpose is not a goal to be achieved, but a state of being. It is the invisible thread connecting intention, action, and energy, visible to those who know how to look, and felt by everyone who crosses the path of someone truly aligned. Energy moves beyond what the eye can see. It flows from every thought, every intention, and every disciplined action. Chosen ones carry a vibrational presence that is shaped not by circumstance, but by deliberate cultivation through meditation, mindfulness, and consistent inner practice. This energy is neither loud nor ostentatious. It is quiet, steady, and unmistakable to those attuned to subtle forces. In the Shaolin tradition, energy was understood as a reflection of the inner state, a mind at peace, a body disciplined, and a heart aligned with virtue create a resonance that naturally radiates outward. It is not mystical, nor is it conjured through ritual alone. It is the natural byproduct of years of focused effort, self-awareness, and the consistent harmonizing of body, mind, and spirit. The practitioner does not force this energy. It emerges organically, like a tree growing straight and strong from deep roots. Those who encounter it often feel its presence immediately. Some are drawn to it, sensing calm, clarity, and strength in its vibration. Others may feel unsettled, as if confronted by a force they cannot control or understand. This energy communicates without speech. It teaches through example, revealing the depth of self-mastery, the discipline behind every calm breath, and the clarity of intention behind every deliberate action. Every moment of mindfulness, every choice aligned with inner truth, amplifies this resonance. Even when silent or still, a chosen one's energy moves through the space around them, subtle yet perceptible. It is a living testament to the power of inner work, the cultivation of awareness, discipline, and presence. Those who understand it see beyond the surface. They feel the quiet authority, the steady strength, and the invisible yet palpable force that accompanies someone who has mastered themselves from within. True courage is rarely born from grand gestures. It is revealed in the small, quiet moments where fear presents itself, subtle yet persistent. Mastery is reflected not in the absence of fear, but in the way it is met, observed, and transcended, even in the simplest, most ordinary situations. Every hesitation resisted, every impulse controlled, and every reaction tempered becomes a testament to inner strength. In the teachings of Shaolin, disciples were trained to confront the ordinary with the same presence they would bring to extraordinary trials. A stumble in practice, a sharp word, a moment of discomfort, these were not trivial. Each was an opportunity to observe fear without surrendering to it, to respond with clarity rather than instinct. Over time, these small acts of courage accumulated, forging resilience and self-mastery that spoke louder than any declaration. Those around the chosen one noticed this quiet fearlessness. Even when it is subtle, in chaos, they remain composed. In tension, they remain present. In judgment, they remain unmoved. It is not that they are indifferent, but that they have cultivated a grounded center, a stillness within that no external disturbance can easily shake. People feel it instinctively, an authority born from the disciplined handling of fear, a presence that commands respect without seeking it. Small, consistent courage builds a silent reverence. It does not demand attention, but it shapes the energy of every space it enters. The power of a steady mind, an unshaken heart, and disciplined action radiates outward, influencing others quietly yet profoundly. It teaches that mastery is not measured by conquest or acclaim, but by the subtle victories of self-control, the grace of composure, and the unwavering courage found in the ordinary, everyday moments that define who we truly are. Compassion is not softness, nor is it surrender. True mastery reveals that strength and empathy are not opposites. They are intertwined. A person who has walked the path of discipline understands that compassion is most powerful when it is grounded, unwavering, and free from expectation. It is not shaped by praise or reward, but by the integrity of intention. Ancient Shaolin teachings emphasize that helping others is an expression of inner balance. To act with compassion while remaining centered requires awareness, patience, and restraint. It is easy to bend under the weight of others' suffering or to seek validation through aid. The master, however, approaches with steady presence, offering support without attachment, guidance without imposition, and attention without judgment. This is a compassion that does not bend, it is consistent, strong, and true to principle. Others sense this authenticity immediately when someone listens fully without the need to correct, control, or influence. It creates a space where truth and trust can flourish. When help is given freely, without expectation or agenda, it radiates an energy that is both soothing and powerful. It leaves an impression not because it is loud, but because it reflects the alignment of heart, mind, and action. The discipline behind this kind of compassion is subtle. It is the result of self-mastery, understanding one's own limits, mastering emotional reactions, and cultivating a heart that feels deeply yet remains unmoved by external chaos. Over time, this grounded empathy becomes magnetic. People are drawn to it, inspired by the strength in gentleness and reassured by the stability of a presence that cares without faltering. Compassion that does not bend is a quiet force. It teaches without words, influences without pressure, and carries the weight of mastery not in dominance but in unwavering, principled care. It is the mark of one who has disciplined the self enough to extend strength through empathy, touching lives while remaining rooted in inner truth. The world often responds not to who we are, but to the reflection we cast. Chosen ones carry an energy that acts like a mirror, revealing the hidden truths within those who encounter them. Calmness in a person does not merely soothe, it illuminates the turbulence others carry. Integrity does more than impress. It exposes the cracks in those who have strayed from their own principles. Presence does not only command attention, it highlights the voids in awareness that most prefer to ignore. In Shaolin teachings, the idea of reflection was central to the cultivation of mastery. A disciple was encouraged to observe not only their own mind, but also the reactions of those around them, learning that interaction is a dance of energies. Every calm breath, deliberate movement, or grounded decision becomes a statement, a mirror that others unconsciously read. People see in the chosen one what they carry within themselves: patience, discipline, fear, or chaos. It is not manipulation, it is the natural consequence of alignment radiating outward. This mirror effect challenges and inspires simultaneously. Those who are unsettled are offered an opportunity to confront their hidden unrest. Those who feel drawn are drawn, because the reflection resonates with a quality they seek or already possess. The chosen one does not control this effect, but allows it to exist through presence, intention, and inner mastery. Over time, this reflection teaches both observer and observed. It shows that true influence is not in coercion or display, but in embodying qualities that naturally resonate. To master oneself is to illuminate others, not through force, but through the silent clarity of being. In this way, the mirror effect becomes a subtle, powerful instrument, revealing inner truths and inspiring transformation quietly without a single word. The world responds first to who you are, not to what you show. Others perceive the energy you carry, the calm in your presence, the integrity behind your actions, and the quiet strength within your mind and heart. Presence, alignment, emotional mastery, clarity of purpose, and disciplined stillness, these are the qualities that truly make you visible, even when no words are spoken. Being a chosen one is not about recognition or applause. It is about cultivating inner mastery, refining your thoughts, actions, and energy so that your essence naturally radiates outward. When this inner work is done, your presence inspires, challenges, and awakens those who come into contact with it. Every small act of discipline, compassion, and clarity adds to this silent influence, shaping the world around you in ways both subtle and profound. Take a moment each day to observe yourself, your intentions, your reactions, and the energy you carry. Practice alignment, nurture your emotional depth, and cultivate the stillness that speaks louder than words. In doing so, you become a living reflection of mastery, and the unseen qualities within you become the most powerful force in your life. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If you found value in these teachings, join our community by liking this video and subscribing to Shaolin Soulfire. Step forward with calm strength, and let your inner mastery shape the world, silently but profoundly.